there's no question it is an amazing assistant. It is not a replacement for what it is that we do, or for not all of it. Now I think instead of, we work with a lot of agencies, and what we're really trying to tell them is you need managers, not doers. And I think that's, you look at an org chart today. I saw somebody on LinkedIn posted this, and they had some key roles, and then they had AI agents under those roles on the org chart. And I think that's what's really going to be happening. I don't think that we're at a point where we can just say, yeah, let AI do everything, and we'll just sit back and customer won't care. They'll have a great experience, because it's certainly not true today. AI can't write original content without a ton of training and a ton of guidance. I certainly think that we're not quite at the point where somebody's going to say, sure, I'll just let AI go out and make all my purchases and, talk to all my customers. And, because I think what we have to do, and frankly, this is true. I mean, I started my business before we had the internet, right? And so websites and email and social media, even, those gave people more access. Those gave people the ability to go on a website and schedule an appointment, without talking to a human being. Those are things that people want to do, but they don't want to do everything. They want to still have relationships with people. They want to be able to do transactions or do business with people they trust. And so those components, we can't think about replacing those components. We have to think about these tools enhancing, the buyer experience. I talk about all the time that, with all these changes and all this new technology, everybody's like, oh, marketing's changed so much. Well, fundamentally, what we're here to do as marketers has never changed. The thing that's really changed, and that I think we have to pay attention to, is how people buy, how people want to buy. That's probably changed more than anything today. And I think we just have to stay very plugged into that.
Yeah, I do feel like this is a little bit of a shift, though. Do you agree that I think... Yeah. Where before, like, everything else was speeding up what was already happening. And this feels like a bigger shift of, like, something different is happening this time. It is definitely an acceleration, but it feels like there's a different sort of process. And I like the way you think about it. Like, as a manager, you need to manage the AI. We're like, we were having to use the tool. So we still needed to hire the intern or the junior level marketer to post the social media posts, even though we could kind of write them and generate it. And we had to publish, daily or hourly in some cases on social media from when you started, where you could write a book once a year or something and and publish stuff. So I felt like that was all faster, but now it's like, no, we have these agents that we actually need to move up to be consultants. We need to move up in our manager thinking, because so much time has been saved now that it changes the game for me. What do you think?
Yeah, there's no question and that's what I've been telling people all along is, this is a tool that can either replace people or elevate them. And I think that's how people need to be looking at it. But there's no question, this shift is not just, oh, look, we have a new tool or we have a new way to do things. This is a fundamental shift.